It's 11:30 at night. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna write like any normal person would, because this is the hour. I don't know what it is today. I don't know what it is about today, but I just got a big burst of creative energy a couple hours ago, and I'm just gonna ride this wave. Just gonna ride this wave because I've edited and scheduled like 3 or 4 different YouTube videos. I have planned out my week. I have done a lot of things, taken a shower, important hygiene, and now I'm gonna write, and I feel like I've got like 3 chapters in me at least, which is insane because I've been struggling to write even 1 chapter the last couple weeks. Besides going to the coffee shop for like 2 hours. So, here we go. It's now 1 a.m. and I was right. I got 3 chapters done. And I finished Act 2. I think I finished Act 2. I went back. I finished it and then I went back to add in a chapter. Because I've been doing that lately. Because there's certain things, like characterizations, where like characters just disappear for too long. So I'm going back in and adding short chapters to kind of like remind the reader of the stakes and that this character exists and like these are their motivations, this sort of thing. And also it's interesting because like I'm adding content, but the content that I'm adding supports plot points that are happening later in the story. So it's kind of cool to see because things are just kind of popping up and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Why this would happen later. So it's like connecting the dots that weren't there before. It's like the previous revisions. I had points A and E, and I've been putting in B through D throughout the plot. It's very interesting. But anyways, I'm going to bed now. I don't know why I always do this to myself. I do myself dirty thinking that I'm gonna like cook things and then like eat the leftovers. It doesn't happen. That does not happen. Because I don't have time to actually cook things. When am I gonna cook things? I even have HelloFresh because I'm like, oh, 30-minute meals. It lies. HelloFresh lies. None of the meals are ever under 30 minutes. Never. So I need to revise my grocery strategy here. Because it's getting a little ridiculous. Like I have a box of HelloFresh coming this Friday, but I think I just need to cancel. I tried it out for a couple weeks and I just feel like it's not any cheaper. Like I feel like I'm less wasteful than I would be if I was making things my own, because if I try to replicate the recipes, it's too much and I don't eat all of it. Like I'm only one person. But then I don't know. What do I do? I'll figure this out. But this is just a weird aspect of adulting that I'm just one person. I'm used to. You'd think that after almost a year of living by myself, I would have gotten the hang of cooking for like one person. But I haven't. I'm from a big family, and so I'm used to cooking for an army. But that doesn't apply. I'm not that big of an eater. I think I'm a big eater, but I'm not that big of an eater. But anyways, that's enough of a rant. It's enough of a rant for right now. I just got off a call with my nightmare client last week. They chose violence. The main point of contact hopped on. First 60 seconds, he chooses violence. Okay? He's coming at my team, telling me, and I just was not mentally prepared to fight last week. And I just want to say, just like every character I choose in Super Mario Smash Brothers, I have no recovery if I don't hit first. So you come at me and I'm not ready, I'm down for the count. I can't recover. But he came in swinging and asking all these nitpicky questions about things that are outside the scope of the work that we are even allowed to do for this client. And then he immediately shuts up when my male counterpart, strategist, starts talking. Immediately starts, like, listening to him and whatever. Today, though, just got off the weekly call. So I came in ready to fight this time. Because I refused to be seen as incompetent. I hate feeling incompetent. Hate feeling incompetent because then I feel powerless and I hate it. Hate it. I was ready to fight this time. I had everything. I was so on top of it today. Like, I was so on top of it. Didn't even give him room to make any comments. He's a different person. Absolutely different person. Granted, he had a meeting with our CEO for like the third or fourth time in the last couple months. But still, he came on and he was so submissive and self-deprecating and nice. And I'm like, who are you? And what have you done with the normal point of contact? I was ready to fight this time, man. I was ready to fight for my life. But I couldn't do that because he was nice this time. And like respecting the suggestions that I was making for their strategy. What? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's not even funny. It's not even funny how mad I am right now. But such is the life of client-facing work. It's so fun, guys. It's so fun. I just don't understand. Whatever, I have to get back to work. I cut my hair short and now I can't put it in a proper ponytail because it just falls out. Anyways, so I don't know what it is about this week. I got about 5 minutes before my next meeting, but I don't know what it is about this week. But I've been staying up till like midnight, 1 a.m. writing because at like 11 a.m. all of a sudden I have the energy and the inspiration to write and like finish this revision, which is good because it's only February 11th and I'm like 50% through this final revision of the novel, and it's like very surreal. And I like knowing this is gonna be like the final time I go through it. I have been realizing that like if I don't like something, I have to change it now. I have to make it to where I find it acceptable because this is the last time I'm gonna revise this. before sending it to a copy editor and starting the process of getting it printed. So like if I, like even like the smaller things, like if I don't like the way something is worded, like that sentence seems too clunky, or like I feel like there's something missing in this scene, I need to fix it, I need to figure out what it is and fix it now. And like for the most part, there's a lot of chapters, like large chunks of chapters where I'm like, this is good, this is solid, but there's like, I've been adding in a lot of extra chapters to try to contextualize some of the plot points and some of the character development that certain characters were lacking, and stuff like that. So I feel like the first act was the heaviest in terms of needing revision, and I feel like I've had this like nice streak of chapters where it needed less work, and now I can sense that I just finished Act 2. If you don't know me, I love the 5-act story structure. I'll put a link to one of my previous videos about me gushing about why I love it, how much I love it, stuff like that. But I just finished Act 2. I'm about halfway through Act 3-ish, and I can tell that I'm starting to approach another section of chapters that are going to need a little bit more work, and I need to really take a hard look at which chapters need to be in what POV, because there's some chapters that were originally in like the main character's POV, first person POV, that I think are better suited now. Like now looking at it and reading through some of the feedback I've gotten from beta readers and the editor, they might be better suited to being put in someone else's third person objective or third person omniscient point of view. So, and now we're really getting into the part of the book where they're like several POVs are happening in rapid succession, but it's within the same day. So yeah, I'm excited, a little nervous, also excited. I think I'm on track to be able to get this revision done by the end of February. I feel much better than I did a few weeks ago. And I don't know what's going on, why I keep writing between the hours of 10:30 and 1 a.m., but it's working. I'm waking up tired to go to work the next day, but you know, it's working. So I'll keep going with that, and with that I have to like hop onto another call real quick. So that's it for today. Till next time.